Thank you for taking part in the pilot of our new patent service. We are still in the early stages and you're one of the very early adopters. So thank you for taking part. But I'm just going to quickly give you an overview of the service so you know what to expect and explain some of the do's and don'ts. So as we are very early on at the moment, what we're asking is if you want to make a transaction, that is apply for a patent, renew a patent, make changes to a patent, that you just let us know first and let us know what pattern you're looking to transact on. Just because we're in a bit of a transition period between the old system and the new, and we just need to make sure everything lines up and that it's not going to cause any problems. So that's my first plea. Just make sure you speak to us first at this stage. As we go through the pilot, things will open up and we'll be able to kind of let you loose a bit more on the service. So quickly, I'll go into apply for a patent. You can do all the different types of patent application. So you can apply for a filing date, a filing date and search, and a filing date, search, and examination. So all of that is here. You can also view your patents. So if I go in here, I will be able to see all of my patents. I can click into them to see a summary of them. I can view all of the documents related to them. So for example, B publication, A publication, filing receipts, all of that is here. And I'm also able to see upcoming actions. So here we've got a renewal date. So I can see this patent is due to renew on the 7th of September, 2026. And then at the bottom of each sort of patent page, you have actions you can do related to this patent. So you could request an acceleration, request an extension of time, renew a patent, request a certified office copy, and so on. Again, with all these, just make sure you drop us a line first and just check we're good to go with these. But yeah, you can access all of these options from here. You can also renew a patent. So I'm not going to sort of go into that in any detail because it essentially works very similarly to our existing renewal service. It's just been kind of ported over so you can now access it from your customer account. And then we've got record changes. So this is all of the things related to changing your IP, so transferring ownership of IP, changing representation, updating name and address details, all of that. All of those transactions are here and they are fully digital. So that is obviously a big improvement over the more sort of paper-based system that you might be used to. So you can do all of those things from here. I'm just going to quickly go into profile and settings because there's a couple of things you need to know here. So when we invite you on, you will receive an email and you'll be invited to set up an account for your firm and you will be the administrator. So the first thing you want to do when you've created your account is pop in here and add an email address. And this is essentially an email address for service. So any correspondence that you'd currently get posted to your address for service, you'll get an email to that inbox. So I would recommend that you use that, an info at or whatever the central mailbox you typically use for general correspondence is. And just to be clear, any transaction you make, the person who makes that transaction, so if I applied for a patent, I would be notified and I'd get an email notification that I have applied for a patent and got a filing receipt and so on. But also the email address for service would get updates on those things too. And then if you want to add additional users to your firm, so at the moment we'd ask that you kind of limit this to about 5 users, just because we want to manage things and make sure that we're keeping it controlled. But to do that, you'd go into manage users, add user, put in the email address, and then click add user here. So pretty straightforward. But then you can also, if you want, create groups. And those groups essentially restrict what different users in your firm can see. So under manage users, you've got manage groups. So You could use these for managing specific clients. So I've put Apple and Samsung here. Equally, you could do it for different office locations. So I've got London. So I'm just going to pop in and create a Birmingham group. So I enter the title, click continue. I will choose what patents I want to appear in that group. So I'll choose this one and click continue. And then what users I want to be able to see the group. So currently I've only got myself here, but if you had 5 users, you'd see all 5 users. And then I've created my group. So that means that only I will be able to see applications that are put in the Birmingham group. And when you actually go to create a patent or apply for a patent, you will be able to put patents in a group at the bottom here. If you click change group, you can put them in there. So that was very much a whistle stop tour. When you come to want to do a transaction, we'll set up a call with you, partly to make sure that everything works correctly from our perspective and is going smoothly, partly to kind of give you the details about, again, some of the do's and don'ts on specific transactions, but also to get some feedback, to get some live feedback from you about how it's working for you, things you like, things you don't like, and so on. We will be taking the guardrails off as we go further into the pilot, but for now it's, as I said, quite tight and controlled. So thanks very much for your time, and we look forward to working with you.